Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you something very quick that deals with math. You can see up here I've done some practice with some lattice multiplication, but I wanted to show you how easy it is for students to be able to present this work to you, to their peers, to other people. So this is something you could work on or make one yourself to show your students how to do for themselves. So you can click New Lesson. And I want you to notice that when you come here again, it's blank. But this time, what you can show your students is, hey guys, this is how you can show me that you know math work. Of course, this works with all subject areas, but math is really easy to show, so that's the example I'm going to use today. So come up here to your text box, create your text. I may type, let me make it a little bit smaller, type multiplication. Lattice. Students like that a good bit. There we go. All right, I'm going to come up here and pull this up. Okay, so multiplication lattice. Well, before students get started talking about it, you can show them how they can set up their slide before they record. If they wanted to show multiplication lattice, but they didn't want to bother showing students how to set up the box, they could set up the box ahead of time like this. Say they were doing a 2x2 lattice. They could go ahead and set it up like this, and then press the record button to get started. But say they wanted to show students, let's back it up. Say they wanted to show students how to set up the box, because with lattice multiplication, sometimes students know how to do it, but they have difficulty with the box. They could have their title here, and they could hit the record button and start recording while they're drawing the box. So there's two different ways that they can do that. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to put the box back. Okay? And as they're showing students how to do it, they can switch colors. They can say, today we're going to work on 23 times 57. Okay? Show them the problem. And they can change the color if they want to show them the 23 goes up on the top, 57 goes down the side, and they can use the color scheme any way they want to get it to go. 5 times 2 is 10. Make sure you put the 1 in the upper left-hand column and the 1's placed down in the bottom right of the box. 3 times 5 is 15. So that they can see how that they're going through it. And they can record it all at one time while they're solving it so they can show others their work and how to solve the problems. Again, it's one of those cool things where if they want to go to a second slide, they can come down here and they can push that. And they can type if they want to. Excuse me. Lattice example. They can ask the students to do examples. Again, they can hit record first and then show them how to set it up. Or they can just give them a problem. You guys try 62 times 84. Set up the lattice. Again, you can give the students examples. You may want to set up the slide ahead of time and then record to show your work, or you can record and show your work at the same time. What's really neat about that is sometimes students showing other students how to set the problem up and how to solve it is a lot easier. It just seems to click and the students understand a little bit better than when you explain it to them. So give your students some freedom in how they can do that. Also, in another video when we talked about seasons, I talked about recording. You do have to have a record. You do have to hit the record button in order to save the presentation. However, I failed to mention the first time, you don't actually have to say anything. As long as you hit record and they see what's going on, they don't have to actually speak. Now, when you want students to teach other students or you want students to explain their work, certainly you want them to talk it through. But if you want to show a silent example, and I'll show you right here in just a second, you hit the record, but you don't actually have to say anything, but it's recording the live work that's happening. Let me show you what I mean. I'm gonna do it silently, but I have to hit the record button and you'll see the number when it starts. Notice I did 18 seconds of recording, but I didn't actually, let me turn that down just a little bit. I didn't actually say anything. Now, if you just want to show them an example of doing that, that's certainly okay to do. But if you're wanting them to explain it, they need to speak. But I can save this, and I can save it as lattice multiplication. Okay. But that's a way that you can do that for your students.